People spend time in organizations calling it a stint, stretch, term, period. Well, for me, it's a journey. And in Vatika, it's been a journey well relinquished. Well, someone has very well said that मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती हैं जिनके सफर होते हैं. I would request you to spare a few minutes of yours whilst I would like to take you through my journey in Vatika. Well, it all began in 2001 when I joined Vatika Group, and I met Chairman Sir. With the first briefing, he told me, Vineet, we are here to do business, and business is for profits. But whatever we do and wherever we do, you should always strive to be number one. I imbibed it. When I met Gautam sir, I could see a lot of confidence and commitment in his eyes. And meeting Gaurav sir, I could see a lot of warmth and passion, and lots of passion. In 2002, the golden year for the restaurant division, we launched the Fox, the first and a unique restaurant in Gurgaon. It was not just a restaurant, it was a multi-speciality restaurant clubbed with music, live band, events. It was a gala restaurant. I still remember that we launched Fox with JJ Valaya's fashion show. The entire MG Road was chock-a-blocked, and thereon we never stopped. There was no known singer who had not performed at the Fox. There was no event in Gurgaon that was not held at the Fox. It was endless, starting from movie launches to, to, to several shows to live music events, not limiting to the Sur movie launch. We got Bonium to India. It was spectacular, and it left memories in people's thoughts forever. It won numerous awards. It was numerous times nominated for the best restaurant category. It was a memory that will always remain in my heart and mind. 2004 was the year of Coriander Leaf. It was a unique concept conceptualized in 2004, where we decided to serve the Indo-Pakistani cuisine, one of its kind, a unique innovation. I still remember traveling all across Hyderabad, Lucknow, meeting people from Pakistan and so many other states to collate the Coriander Leaf menu. Well, we all remember what we dished out in Coriander Leaf, and it was cherished by who's who at that time. What it served or what it dished out cannot be forgotten, and people still have the taste on their tongue. It was recommended for numerous awards, and finally it did win the prestigious Hindustan Times Award in its Best Restaurant category. 2005, we opened Go, the fitness centers. We opened the first one in Vatika Triangle, and in 2007 we replicated the same in Vatika Towers. It was again liked by numerous building as well as neighboring vicinity clients. 2007 was the year of Westin Sohna. However, the efforts had cooled down since 2004 itself. It was an experience by itself. Westin signed their first property in India with Vatika. What a pride moment it was for us. The efforts of bridging their brand standards, traveling all across to get best of the most competitive prices, licensing, learning of designs, services, delivering the project wing by wing was an experience of an era. The challenges of getting things done in that location was overcome by the fighters we had there in the team, and what a golden team it was. My mornings and afternoons were spent for restaurants, whilst evenings and late evenings would go for my contribution towards the making of the legendary resort, the Westin Sohna, Gurgaon. I was promoted as Vice President Hospitality. 2008 was the year of 56th Ristorante Italiano, yet again an establishment of a landmark. Although it was a representation of one of the finest Italian cuisine serving restaurants run by the finest Italian chefs sourced from Italy. It was always flooded with expats and who's who, and market that we created history by winning the most prestigious Times Food Awards in the Best Italian category consecutively for 4 years. It was, it is still remembered by the people who cherish Italian cuisine. 2009 was the year of Jing. Well, it was one of the most picturesque restaurants ever in Gurgaon. 2000, and it was all through served by Chef Wong Li from the Cantonese region of China. It was again visited by who's who all around, and it was also nominated several times for several categories of restaurant awards. 2010 was the year of Westin Gurgaon, a landmark, a landmark in the history of Gurgaon. And with my set of responsibilities, I was responsible for getting several licenses. And Westin Gurgaon was amongst the first in the country to have the liquor license on the very opening day itself. It was also the launch year of Vatika City Club Restaurant, named Ayana, premium club restaurant serving to who's who of Gurgaon, once occupying the Vatika City. 2011 was also the launch year of Vatika, an ODC company. It was also the year where I was chosen as a delegate of Trade and Commerce Federation from India to Italy, and the exposure was immense. It was also the year for the Fox relaunch, a design paradise, an exquisite cuisine, and what a launch it was. with the finest ever in Gurgaon. It was a jugalbandi created between the two maestros Kailash Kher and Leslie Lewis. The entire town was painted with their posters and banners. We also launched Anupam Kher's book around the launch, and it was a gala event which was represented by Who's Who again, and even the New Fox was nominated for several award categories. 2012 was again a very exciting year for us, where we joined hands with Bird Group and bid for the airport lounges, international and domestic, at the Bangalore International Airport. And we wanted to carry this forward. Well, I still remember some of the eminent selective committee members asking me a question. They said, Vineet, you're a first timer. Why should we give the contract to you and not to the established and eminent and track proven players in the segment? I smiled and I very confidently told them. And I was very confident. I said, when we made the first restaurant in Gurgaon, people said they are not restaurants. Yes, what will they do? We made a restaurant which was listed amongst top 10 must-see in Gurgaon, followed by numerous award-winning restaurants. When we made the first resort, people said, what do they know about resorts? What will they do? We said, and I said, when we made that resort, we made a luxury resort which was awarded one of the finest resorts in Asia. And we were the ones to bring a top global brand to India to establish and begin their journey in India with us. When we made the first hotel, we gave a landmark to Gurgaon. When we made the business centers, we competed with the global giants. When we made townships, we made landmarks. When we entered facility management, we competed with the finest and the elitist. And it went on. Finally, we did roll out with the finest domestic and international airport lounges at the Bangalore airport. With the success of Coriander Leaf in 2012, we decided to open another one, this time on Sohna Road in none other than the Vatika Business Park. Well, we launched it in a very exclusive way. We had an exclusive and a very innovative idea. We had a good number of camels with flexes floating down, running or strolling, as I would say, all across Gurgaon. It was picked up by newspapers, people, everyone. It was a sheer success for us at that time. 2012, we had 8 business centers across India, and in 2013, I was given the baton of business centers. It was the era of traveling across India, meeting IPCs, DPCs, meeting landlords, investors, clients. It was the era of relationship with the elitist. 2014, we launched a center in New Delhi and another one in Hyderabad. In New Delhi, it was the Connectors building, and in Hyderabad it was Kondapur, the new upcoming IT city. 2015, we launched another center in Bangalore. This was the second one in ORR. This was also a year of immense learning for me because I mastered the art of creating business valuations as I was tasked with monetizing Medicare by relinquishing the ownership of Medicare. 2016, we launched BBC in Noida, and this was our first business center in Noida. It was in Okaya Silicon. During this year, we also moved into managed office spaces and launched our first managed office spaces in Vatika Atrium. 2018 was a year of relocation for us. We moved our center in Connectors building to the landmark of Connaught Place, the Thapar House. This was also the year when we opened in the heart of financial Mumbai, which was BKC, Bandra Kurla Complex. This was also a year when we opened our third center in Atrium on Golf Course Road. 2018, I was honored by getting the opportunity of having a board seat in FHRAI and HRNI both. FHRA is one of the most eminent bodies of Hotel Federation in India. I represented the Federation to several ministries, eminent government bodies, participated in live debates, discussions, being a part of hotel star categorization body. Well, it was endless. It was a lifetime experience for me, and it continued till 2024.
What was your personal experience like?
See, COVID is 19 is not an not an untold story. Everyone knows well about it now. It's been 9 months, 10 months, and we all have been bleeding profusely in the entire industry. And tourism and hospitality industry is around 10% of our GDP, and we offer around 87.5 million jobs across, and this is direct. There are several industries which are directly indirectly associated with us, taking the numbers in multiples. And having said that, the hit that our industry has got has been tremendous, and we have bleeded profusely over these months. FHRA, which is Federation Hotel Association of India, has given a lot of representations to ministry.
Center to municipal center, and how many hyper-local authorities you sometimes need to deal with, and the kind of delays which results huge operational costs and written off for yourself. So if you could look at the regulatory structure that you have to work under currently, I think that would help.
Sure. So currently in hotel and restaurant industry in India, we have to take around 35 to 45 licenses, and they have to be renewed year on year. It becomes nearly impossible for us, to procure these licenses in time, pay the license fees, which are increased abruptly, maybe doubled in a year's time. Maybe we are growing at 5% or 10% or 15% per annum from business perspective, but the license fees are straight away doubled by at times 30% increase, at times 60%, at times 100% increase. How do we manage to sustain these steep expenses and procure 35 to 45 licenses. You talk to any person who's opening a restaurant or hotel, the first thing in his mind is, how will I do the licenses? How do I go ahead with it? So, this is a demotivating factor for, so many of them currently. I would like to add some more points here other than the this part. The other thing is that,
COVID struck. It struck all across the globe, and we had to wisely take a few steps back with a clear vision to leap forward. A couple of years with new preachings and new ways of doing business, monetizing, crafting farmlands, creating new office spaces in challenging budgets, COVID vaccine doses, masks, a new level of sanitization of it was endless. During 2020, we also launched Country Living by Vatika, and in a record time of 6 months, we sold numerous farms. 2025, this year, we are launching another center in Noida, and we're launching it next month. We've also shortlisted 3 premium locations for new centers in Bangalore, Pune, and Mumbai, and shall be launching them soon. Although it was an experience full of exposures, whether it was writing numerous articles for eminent newspapers, magazines, online portals, where I could express myself freely and my readership was recognized. Honestly, learning from the Matri art of giving, I also entered into a world of giving back and was humbled down with the smiles and happiness I gathered in Karen. Life, karma is a circle. Whatever you do, it comes back to you. None of us should forget this. And always remember, having keen interest in my first love and value for nature, I also started doing my PhD in green hotels during this journey and successfully submitted my thesis on the same. Well, during the journey, I was also bestowed and humbled with the 2 prestigious awards. One was the Hoteliers Award in 2012, and the other one was the Best CEO Award in Mumbai in 2022. Terry, my passion for further writing woke up, and I started penning down my books as well. With the launch of my first book, people had ambiguity on my skills, but I did not take it to heart and rather took it to my pen. And I wrote down another 3 books, now being widely read and appreciated. I'm blessed and truly thankful to my board for giving me the opportunity to learn the diversified streams of modern business. It's been an endless learning over these last 25 years of my journey. I extend my sincere gratitude to all those who were a part of my journey in my restaurant division, business centers, and all other verticals where I was tasked during my journey. All this would not have been possible without your support. My colleagues from Vatika Limited too share a relationship which will be everlasting in my memories, and I shall always cherish it. आखिर में मैं दो शेरों में अपने जहन को बयां करूंगा। हम किसी से खुशियां मांगे ये हमें मंजूर नहीं। हम किसी से खुशियां मांगे ये हमें मंजूर नहीं। मांगी हुई खुशियों से किसका भला होता है। जो अपनी तकदीर में लिखा हो वो जरूर अदा होता है। Well, post this, after taking a small gap, I would intend to start a new journey in my life, and from the core of my heart, I would say कुछ सपने पूरे करने हैं, कुछ मंजिलों से मिलना है। कुछ सपने पूरे करने हैं, कुछ मंजिलों से मिलना है। सफर तो अभी शुरू हुआ है, बहुत दूर तक चलना है।